Deontay Hardy.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bills are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem, yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the touchdown. Travis Kelce, 27 yards.
And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Harrison Buck. On play action, Allen.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback bridge. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now here's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
from 6 yards away.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. Why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great work.
That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown.
An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up.
Scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back.
There he goes, right side.
Big strides. Look at him go.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road,
5-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
A beautiful spin and room to run
through the middle of the field.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
45 yards.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer.
Butker now to add the extra point.
They had to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind.
Touchdown! Marquez Valdes-Scantling. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Touchdown, Bills!
James Cook
from 8 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go
Opposing its will.
Mahomes to throw on second down. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we?
Allen going to try and keep it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted. Which
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Sky Moore
From 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now that going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Bills are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard.
Good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
To return, it's McKinnon. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Butker on for the PAT.
Once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because other
Touchdown!
Gabriel Davis
From 19 yards away.
And the Bills are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
McKinnon diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone. Playoffs, the team that runs the football well will win the game and ultimately be a champion. They're trying to prove that fact today.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Andrew Beck, a 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The end zone. Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get
in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
touchdown. Robert Woods, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are able to add on to their first half lead. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there. Practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand,
and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cordero Patterson, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard try.
They'll run for it with Algier.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Tyler Algier.
A 23-yard run.
And the Buccaneers take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. As he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 61 yards.
And the Buccaneers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go.
Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Tyler Algier.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Buccaneers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead.
Field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Christian McCaffrey, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey,
a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular. I like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Was shot right. A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year.
The 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Was shot right
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone. Short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
Scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Marcus Jones. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some respect.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
It's caught. Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
38 yards.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it.
Touchdown, Eagles.
A.J. Brown
from 19 yards away.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go. Others measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation. And what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Was shot right.
Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
We take a break.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one. A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods from 4 yards out.
And the Texans are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Andrew Beck punching it in from a yard away.
And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way, feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old fat.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, an all-out battle on 4th and goal, offense versus defense, and the offense won it.
And I'm just wondering what was going through the minds of the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Were they playing the run too much? Were they not focused that the whole playbook was open in that situation?
9 to 20. They go right back to Singletary.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Devin Singletary
Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see.
In.
They go again with Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in. Their sails kind of settled things down a little bit.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans are moving closer to the franchise's first ever appearance in a Super Bowl as they extend their lead.
To win.
Now Lewis. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mercedes Lewis taking it in from a yard out.
And the Buccaneers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
On the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Marcus Jones.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Bucs will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
They got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Quick hitch, complete. It's Washington. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Darnell Washington, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.